Tonight, as the end of Title 42 looms, the people most impacted seem to be the most in the dark about what it means for them.
Pues lo primero es que dicen que ya se va a abrir la frontera.
So she's heard that the border is going to open when Title 42 is lifted.
Muy confuso, porque en realidad no, como he dicho, no tengo muy buena claridad al respecto de este tema.
One migrant shaking his head in confusion when asked if he knew what Title 42 is.
No have idea.
Now, the U.S. government trying to step in. Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas announcing a new campaign in Central and South America to combat misinformation.
Smugglers have long been hard at work spreading false information that the border will be open after May 11th. It will not be. They are lying.
Desperate migrants hopeful they will get into the U.S. and be allowed to stay, but also uncertain about what to expect after Thursday.
There are many people who arrive here who just don't know what it means to be waiting for Border Patrol to process them.
While a lot of rumors spread on social media,
we provide Know Your Rights.
Immigration attorney Nicole Ramos runs an organization using those popular platforms to educate migrants on policy.
Rumores de CBP-1. Hay muchos rumores divulgados en la zona fronteriza.
In order to be considered to enter the U.S. to begin the asylum process, asylum seekers need to make an appointment.
On Wednesday, the Biden administration rolling out a regulation that could disqualify those who cross into the U.S. illegally from claiming asylum. It presumes certain migrants are ineligible if they pass through other nations without seeking protection there first, as many do on their journey from Central and South America.
If you're able to schedule an appointment through the CBP-1 app, you can actually get an exception and still be able to apply for asylum. The problem here is that the CBP-1 app doesn't work really well,
as we have seen firsthand on the ground.
It says, please choose, he has a Spanish, please choose date and time. But then it says, there's no date and time available. Come back tomorrow at 10 a.m.
In these Mexican border cities, lack of clarity on immigration policy is replaced with optimism and a dream for a better life.
Bueno, tenemos la esperanza, la fe de que nos van a dejar entrar antes del 11.
Guad Venegas joins us from San Diego. Guad, quite a powerful report right there. I think it really explains what's happening on the border and with these migrants and the misinformation. I do want to ask, you've been reporting on both sides of the border recently. Are there any resources for these migrants to learn about the policy changes or learn what they can and can't do?
Well, Tom, a lot of NGOs have people throughout Mexico and Latin America that go to the migrant shelters. They meet with the migrants at the points where they know they're going to cross and try to inform them. Some of these individuals will do it with flyers. Others will just engage in conversations. It's quite difficult because it's limited resources. And some of those that I've spoken to from the NGO groups tell me that when the migrants don't like what they're listening to, they often ignore them and decide to keep moving north, thinking there's going to be a way to enter the United States, even if the policy they're hearing is not very favorable for them. Tom.
Guad, you know, one of the things that the Biden administration is enacting is that new app, the CBP-1. It started in January. That's where migrants are supposed to register to file for asylum. What have you been hearing? Because I've been hearing mixed reviews about it. A lot of people are telling me it's incredibly difficult to use.
Right, Tom. So people complained about the part where the profile was set up. They said it was quite difficult to upload the photo. But nearly everyone who has used it told me that the point where the appointment is made was the most difficult one because appointments weren't available. And at some point it would time out. In fact, when we spoke to one of the individuals to ask him to do it in front of us, he started using his phone, Tom, and he was going super fast with his fingers. I asked him to slow down so we could record the process. And he looks at me and he says, no, I have to go fast because it's going to kick me out. So then we just got information yesterday from the government saying that they are extending that to give them a 23-hour period without timing them out so they can do that appointment. And they're also adding more appointments. We're also informed that they're switching over to a new system that will facilitate that large volume. They add that the individuals that created the profile the earliest will have priority on those appointments. We'll see if these changes will help, Tom.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.